So a lot of people like look at DreamHack and they just think to themselves like, oh, DreamHack, it's just like that LAN / esports tournament thing. As somebody who is a marketer working for DreamHack, that really aggravates me to no end because, the one thing that I think that DreamHack does ridiculously well compared to everybody else is that we really go against the grain and make it so that the experience for anybody that goes to DreamHack is really like unparalleled. So if you think gaming convention, I already know what's in your brain right now, right? It's some kind of vendor area, a free play area, a couple of tournaments, and some panels. For us at DreamHack, like we just like look at that and we're just like, okay, well, we can have these things because that's what people want, but what else can we do to really up the ante a bit? So in terms of like our vendor space, for instance, like we really want to make it so that it's so much more than just like the copy paste vendor space. It's one of those places where when you go, you're going to be able to play everything from like the latest and greatest AAA games to like new indies that are coming out that people need to talk about. Like we have a dedicated section for indie games and even for like the tournaments. Usually you go to a tournament and it's just, it's kind of like chaos more than anything else. Like the people who are organizing it typically don't have the best track record when it comes to organizing really big tournaments necessarily. And so there's a lot of like waiting queues and things like that, even if it's like a smaller tournament, just because naturally problems happen.
Right.
But at DreamHack, we're literally world renowned for the tournaments that we throw on every level, whether it's an invitational Counter-Strike event or if it's a massive Smash Brothers or Street Fighter tournament. Like however we do it, we always make sure that there's that level of grandeur and polish that really doesn't exist when you're talking about the spectrum of other conventions in general. The production at DreamHack is actually just insane. There's not just like one main stage, but there's multiple stages for all of these games to take place. And it's really great production at every single level, with I think the peak being for what we're doing with our Counter-Strike tournament, which is literally held in an arena with like stadium seating and things like that. Like it's literally 500,000 square feet of gaming content, right? And at the same time, we're giving away over $500,000. So it's like a really big deal. But beyond that, I already hit it. Look. Here's the DreamHack Spiel 101, right? If you like esports, this is a no-brainer for you, right? Like this is literally the best event to go to if you like esports, because we've been doing esports so well for decades, right? And helping push the envelope in regards to production quality and things like that. So you're going to have an amazing time if you like esports at all. If you're just like, man, I don't really care that much about esports, but I do like playing games, you're totally good because there's a whole dedicated section for you to be able to play the latest and greatest in indies, AAAs. There's a giant free play area that's both console and PC. So if you just want to just hang out with your friends and just play games for a long time, you can do that. That's cool. If you come at me and you're like, man, I don't even like playing games, why would I come to DreamHack? I still got you. We literally have this tabletop section with 300 seats and over 300 games that people can just check out and play.
Tabletop, explain that to people.
That's like board games and things like that. If you like Magic the Gathering, there's like a big Magic the Gathering tournament that's happening. Like there's just so much stuff to do. And even if you don't like board games and tabletop and things like that, I mean, why would you go to a gaming convention?
Right.
I'll tell you why. It's because we have really great artists that put on concerts every single night. And that's included with your day pass. It's not like you have to pay extra money to go see this artist perform, right? This year we have 2 nights of music. We have an EDM night Friday night and a metal night on Saturday night. Our metal night headliner is a band called Trivium. So Trivium is coming through headlining metal night, and that's really cool too because the frontman for the band, Matt Heafy, he's actually a Twitch streamer himself, and he really loves games. And so, it's really great working with somebody like that because they kind of get our vision and they're really excited to kind of collaborate with us and maybe take things to the next level, because we do things like that because we want to make it so that we're trying to figure out ways to smash the stereotype, not only for what a gaming convention can be, but what gamers are in general, right? Because now all of a sudden it's like somebody who maybe isn't into any of the culture, any of the stuff that I was talking about before, has reasons to come to the event anyways because they're like, oh, well, at the very least, I'll get a concert out of it. And when they come there and they kind of see what the atmosphere is like and what the event is about, then they get it, right? And something clicks. Dude, I know that DreamHack is this 3-day event, which is open 24/7, but I really feel like there isn't enough time to do everything, right?
Wow.
And I don't think that many other conventions can say that. Like, there have been plenty of conventions, whether they're anime conventions or gaming conventions that I've been to this year, where I'm just like, you know what? I'm glad I had the one-day pass because I feel like I've seen everything I needed to see here, right? If you are remotely interested in gaming, if you are remotely interested in things like, really great music, whether it's, Trivium headlining Saturday or Seven Lions headlining EDM night on Friday,
or just game nights with your friends on
or just game nights with your friends. Exactly. Yeah. We have something literally for everyone. Like, not to quote the Smash Brothers Ultimate trailer, but everyone is here for a reason. Yeah. And there's just so much stuff to do. So much stuff. Like, people come at me all the time. They're just like, what's the best day to come? Honestly, I don't know.
Every day.
Honestly, I don't know, because every day has something great. It's a big deal because DreamHack's been around for 25 years, and it's never been to Dallas. And so it's really great, just giving you a peek under the hood, like getting to work with people from the city and working with them to just make sure that we can do even more at the show than we could even possibly imagine. Like, that's always been really, really great. And so there's just, a lot of conversations and a lot of folks that are jazzed on all sorts of levels. And it just makes me really excited to show kind of the world what we have to reveal. It's kind of nuts, but yeah, we're on track to be the biggest show we've ever done in North America. Looking to have upwards of 40,000 attendees throughout the weekend. And my job as a marketing person is very easy because it's just you can approach so many different people with DreamHack and they'll be like, I guess there's a reason for me to come. Right, think about your most normal, totally outside of nerd culture friend, right? If they're not hooked by the concerts at all, you could tell them the fact that, hey, there's actually a $25,000 Madden tournament that's open to enter. And they'll be like, hey. Well, all right, maybe I'll check it out. Just come to DreamHack.
Yeah,
you're going to regret. I'm telling you right now, people are going to regret if they don't come this year.
Right.
100%. Because this is the show to go to if you've never been to a DreamHack and you live in Texas. If you just live in the Metroplex, if you're within driving distance of DreamHack, you should come. Because the reality is that we have people literally flying from all over the world to come to this event.
Wow.
Right.
What days is it, by the way?
May 31st to June 2nd.
Okay.
You can get a day pass for as low as $37 right now. And that does include the concert at night, which is pretty great when you think about it, right? It's not like one of those things where, do I want
a festival that costs $100?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
You have to go buy different tickets for different spots, right?
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. No, it's $37 is the day pass, and you can get the weekend for $85.
Dope.
But the value that you get from it is literally unparalleled. I'm telling you, you're gonna go and you're gonna wish that there was more time to see everything because the amount of stuff to do. Even for me as a marketing person, it's hard for me to keep track of all the different tenets that our show touches on. And even now, by saying all that I did with my 5-minute spiel or whatever, I'm still leaving out at least 50%, if not more, of the stuff that we have at DreamHack. It's crazy.
I'm about to say, was that 5 minutes?
No, it's a lot of passion.
I'm cool with it. I was like, we still going with the 5 minutes?
That was not 5 minutes.
I said 5 minutes or so. Yes. Okay.
I said don't worry about it.
He did say don't worry about it.
Right. Just
I'm not holding you against the 5 minutes.
This guy, why would you bring it up and not hold him to it?
I just think it was funny. I was like 5 minutes. Was that 5 minutes?
Oh
we really going with that?
2 hours later.
Anyways, I'm excited, and I can't wait for it.